good morning to all. In the last class, we had discussed about the fundamental of electrical drives. Now, today we have to discuss about the classification of electric drives. In the classification of electric drives, there are four types. We have to classify the electric drives. The first one is the electrical drives are classified into two types based on supply, mainly AC drives and DC drives. The second one is the electrical drives are classified into two types based on running speed, namely constant speed drives and changeable speed drives. Third one is the electrical drives are classified into two types based on the number of motors, namely single motor drives or and multi motor drives. The fourth and last one is the classification. Electrical drives are classified into two types based on control parameter, namely stable torque drives and stable power drives. This is the classification of electrical drives or electric drives. Now, today the one more topic we will discuss here, the dynamics of electrical drives. In the dynamics of electrical drives, we have select the motor and another the load. In the figure shows the motor in the running condition, the motor is coupled with the mechanically load, and the two or three parameters which are involved in the dynamics of electric drives. So, here for the motor in the running condition the torque will be developed. The torque will develop and the speed is omega m and torque is T. So, the if we have to see in here, the torque is developed in clockwise direction in the motor and the TL is the load torque. It is the opposite of the direction of motor. Now, the equivalent equation of this system is shown by the given equation. T minus TL means the torque of motor minus torque of load. It is the equivalent torque equal to rate of change of moment of inertia. Now, this rate of change of moment of inertia is represented as d upon dt j omega m. Omega m is the angular velocity of motor. Here, this will equal to j d omega m upon dt plus omega m dj upon dt. On the constant inertia, we have to look here, the dj upon dt will be 0. So, if the steady state condition dj upon dt will be 0, the equivalent torque is equal to j d omega m upon dt. Now, the equivalent torque of motor will be developed equal to j d omega m dt plus load torque TL, where the j is the moment of inertia and d omega m upon dt is the angular acceleration and TL is the load torque. Now, at the constant speed, the T is equal to TL, means the j d omega upon dt will be 0. So, the equation will becomes T is equal to TL, means the motor speed of the motor is the opposite of the torque of load means the T is the opposite direction of the TL. So this is the dynamics of electric drives and means the equivalent equation of the motor load system. On the basis of this system, we have to discuss about the multi-quadrant operation. In the multi-quadrant operation, we have to use on the basis of speed and torque. Now, the speed and torque is used as a control purpose. These four quadrants are used for the motoring, either forward direction or reverse direction or braking, forward braking or reverse braking. Now the first quadrant we have to discuss. Here we have to shown the speed and torque. The speed and torque will be represented as xy axis. So it is a convention, either we have to take the speed on x axis or y axis, and torque will be also on x axis or y axis, but here we have to, it is a convention, but here we have to select the speed on y axis and torque on x axis. Now in the first quadrant, why it is the forward motoring, here we have to see the speed of motor means omega m is positive and torque will develop on the motor is positive. So the power will develop P is equal to omega m into T, which is positive. So it is shows that the forward motoring. And on the second quadrant we have to see in there the omega m is positive, but the torque will be negative, and the total power P is equal to omega m T is negative. So it is the forward braking, or we can say the motor behaves as a generator. Now on the third quadrant we have to see here the omega m is negative and torque is also negative. So P is equal to omega m into T, which is positive. So it is known as the reverse motoring. Now on the fourth quadrant we have to see in here the omega m is negative and torque is developed is positive. So total power P is equal to omega m and torque T is negative. So it shows the reverse braking. Now this all the fourth quadrant operation we have to use in the motor load explanation. So on this basis we have taken example. Here all this explanation is given in the second slide. The first quadrant what will be going on, and the second quadrant what will be going on. It is for the literature purpose, you have to see and study this one. And the next we will come on the speed torque conventions. In the speed torque conventions we have to take an example of the hoist or lift. We have to see in the hoist or lift, the slide will be shown. In the first quadrant the same as the above slides. We have to see in there first quadrant and second quadrant and third quadrant and fourth quadrant, that is the forward motoring, forward braking and reverse motoring and reverse braking. All are shown in the previous slides. So now we have to discuss as an example of hoist or lift. In the first quadrant we have to select a pulley. The pulley we have to see in the first quadrant. On the x axis omega m is represented and the on the y axis omega m is represented and x axis torque will be represented. So we have take the pulley. On this pulley load case are given and the counter weight will be given. Now the first condition of this on the running base of motor, we have to take the weight of the load case is greater than the weight of counterweight. Weight of counterweight. So now weight of counterweight. Now in the first quadrant we have to see in the omega m means the angular velocity of the motor is anticlockwise and the torque will develop on the pulley is anticlockwise, but the load torque is opposite on that torque, motor torque, so it will shows here the torque of motor is positive and speed of motor is positive, so total power P is positive, so it represents the forward motoring. Now on the second quadrant we have to see in the speed of motor is positive, omega m is positive and torque is negative. So the total power is omega m into T, it is negative. So it is shown in figure. The omega m is anticlockwise and load torque of motor is clockwise because of the empty case here we have to taken and the counterweight is taken. The condition is here the weight of the empty case is less than weight of the counterweight. So the torque will develop on the load is opposite of the torque of motor. So here P is the negative, so and we say that the forward braking means motor is work as a generator. Now on the third quadrant we have to see the case is empty and the counterweight is more of the empty case. So omega m is clockwise direction and torque will also in clockwise direction. The load torque will develop in opposite of that. So the omega m is negative and torque is negative. So total power will generate in positive. So here we have to say that the reverse motoring will be start. Now on the fourth quadrant, now in the fourth quadrant we have to see that the case is loaded and counter clock is also less weight or low weight. So we have to see here the direction of motor means the speed of motor is clockwise direction, and the torque of motor will generated anti-clockwise, and the opposite of the torque of load is TL. So omega m is negative and torque is positive, so total power will generated as a negative. So here reverse braking will be generated, or reverse braking will be applied on the fourth quadrant. So these are the four quadrant or multi quadrant operation of the electrical drives. Now on the basis of that, we have to calculate the equivalent torque on a motor. Now conclude of that, today we have to discuss on the topic classification of the electrical drives and the dynamics of electrical drives. It has a two part. The first one is the first one is the multi quadrant operation, and second we have to discuss about the speed torque convention. On so on the next class we have to discuss about the constant torque or constant power operation. Now the explanation of previous slide is given here. You have to see in the quadrant 1, developed power is positive, hence machine work as a motor supplying mechanical energy. Operation in quadrant 1 is therefore called forward motoring. And in the quadrant 2, power developed is negative, hence machine works under the braking option, braking opposing of the motor motion. Therefore operation in quadrant second is known as the forward braking. Similarly, operation in quadrant third and fourth can be identified as the reverse motoring and reverse braking, since the speed in these quadrant is negative. So today we have to finish now. Thank you for listening this video carefully.